Welcome back to another GINX Esports TV Top 10. I'm David Jarrett, and today we're bringing you the top 10 esports you can play on your phone.
Draw!
We'll be running you through the growing esports scene of the mobile world, hopefully giving you a few titles for you to try out and discover a realm of competitive gaming at your fingertips.
Killing spree!
Kicking things off in the world of competitive mobile games, we have World of Tanks Blitz.
Time to roll out!
After initial success with their free-to-play tank arena game, World of Tanks, the game developers Wargaming released their mobile version of the game, World of Tanks Blitz, in 2014. The game revolves around players bombarding each other with tanks and trying to retain dominance of the battlefield through strategy, tanks, teamwork, and more tanks. The success of the PC version drew many to the phone version, with a promise of tank warfare at their comfortable convenience, and soon a competitive scene grew around the game. There's been 6 large tournaments so far, with over $60,000 won, and plans to create an even bigger global esports cup.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
It wouldn't be mobile esports without Surprise Ringer. And at number 9 we have Turbo Racing League. Based on the 2013 DreamWorks animated film Turbo.
I wish I was fast.
The mobile game allowed players to customize snails and slug it out in a race against other players. It's a game that's hard to imagine as an esport, but it makes us want to get involved. Although it had a short competitive stretch of only 2 months, 9 tournaments were held, with the organisers shelling out an impressive $1 million in prize money between them.
$1 million shellout brought to you by Verizon.
Although the time for competitive snail racing may have passed, we're hoping for a resurgence with more big money tournaments.
Can you handle the fast lane?
Developed by the South Korean developers Come2Us, Summoner's War is a turn-based arena combat emulator, and I'll put a question mark next to that genre definition. In the game, players obtain monsters and mythical beings, train them, power them up with upgrades, and take them on battles against AI opponents and other players. Think Pokemon battles, but with multiple characters, and your characters also have weapons and divine powers. Whilst many phone games have a similar formula, Summoner's Rift seemed to be one step ahead of the genre and created a competitive atmosphere amongst the game's familiar and comfortable aesthetic. Given an initial interest in the competitive elements of the game, Come2Us hosted their first Summoner's War Arena World Championships in November 2017, with a $50,000 prize pool up for grabs. They carried on their World Championships the following year, with news for a 2019 event expected to be announced soon. Since the mid-90s, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been a phenomenon for gamers across the globe. And whilst there have been a number of digital adaptations, none have really stood the test of time. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Link's set to bring the card game to mobile gamers by removing some factors of complex play, such as reducing deck size, gameplay phases, the number of spell and trap zones.
It's my turn. I summon a monster in attack position.
The changes made the game appeal to new players and veterans alike. And the game built up steam quickly. With Yu-Gi-Oh's previous competitive caliber, it wouldn't be long before the game made its transition into an esport title.
Let's battle! Here we go!
In the competitive scene, the game blew most other mobile games out of the water by scale.
The winged dragon of Raw!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links has held an impressive 218 tournaments so far. On the casual level, well, who doesn't want the chance to summon Exodia, or send someone to the Shadow Realm while waiting for the bus?
I win!
Up next we have a gem from Lithuanian developers Game Insight, in the form of their player versus player FPS title Guns of Boom. The developers wanted to create a convenient, easy to jump in and play FPS which was focused on getting into the action and having fun. So if you're looking for a break from the slower pace of CSGO, and you also happen to be on a train and away from your PC, this might be worth a download. The game provided a number of customization options, game modes, and, as promised by one of the promotional taglines, lots of guns. The game garnered a lot of popularity, and the competitive scene took off. Just over a year from its release in 2017, Guns of Boom held a European Invitational ESL Katowice in 2018. And the esports scene is set to continue to grow in 2019. With the spiking interest in the Battle Royale genre during PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds release, it was clear that FPS gamers had found a genre where they could jump into the action and feel exhilarated from the moment they hit the ground. So it's no surprise that there would be the appeal to experience that style of gameplay from wherever you wanted via a mobile device. Much like the PC version, players would drop onto an island and search for weapons, ammunition, and supplies. Or just a really good hiding spot. And from there, battle it out to be the last person standing. Coming out at the beginning of 2018, PUBG Mobile was propelled by the success of its PC counterpart. And it wasn't long before it too would make its debut in the esports world. With a number of tournaments under its belt, PUBG Mobile boasts an impressive mobile esports scene. With its 2018 PUBG Mobile Stars Challenge featuring a prize pool of over $400,000. Seems like a good time to transfer those skills over to the phone and make a decent bit of cash. With the success of Dota and League of Legends in esports, it's no surprise that we find some MOBAs in our list of mobile esports. In at number 4, we have Vainglory, a mobile MOBA developed by Super Evil Megacorp, a company you surely trust. The game features teams of 3 or 5 players in different roles working together to destroy the enemy's base. Your usual MOBA gameplay. However, the game stood apart from other mobile MOBAs due to some of its unique character aesthetics, diverse hero pool, and impressive graphics. The game has held an extensive competitive circuit with dozens of tournaments under its belt. Nearly $1 million in prize pool money across the board, including a $100,000 prize pool for the recent VGL Cup at WESG 2019. We're moving on to the big names now with our top 10 list, and we're sure you saw this one coming. Coming in at number 3, we have Supercell's Clash Royale. The game featured a unique blend of real-time simulation with strategic playable troops, spells, and buildings that come in the form of cards. The game hooked mobile players, and shortly after release it was the most downloaded and highest grossing game on the American iOS store. It also took a move away from what we've seen with a number of phone titles, and rather than trying to emulate a game on another platform, it leaned into the unique gameplay which you can only get on a phone. It also featured some pretty adorable skeletons, goblins, and other beasties, which is a sentence that's hard to say, but it certainly drove up the appeal to a larger audience. Supercell have also been a driving force for the esports scene for the game, with dozens of competitive tournaments held and over $1.2 million won across them. In addition to this, Supercell develops the Clash Royale League, a series of leagues across North America, Latin America, Europe, Asia, and China, where the best of each region will battle out for $1 million prize pool. We're going to break the rules for this one and combine 2 games. The original Chinese version, Guangxi Royale, or the considerably easier to pronounce international version, Arena of Valor. The original game took China by storm during its release in 2015, and by 2017 the game had over 80 million daily active players, and 200 million monthly active players, an incredible stat for any game. The game became the most downloaded and highest grossing mobile game globally, which is even more impressive given it was only available to Chinese players. The Western version was released in 2016 and featured MOBA gameplay on your phone. With an impressive roster of 78 heroes, including Batman and the Joker, it quickly picked up steam in the rest of the world. Whether you're a phone gamer or not, picking up a game where you can play as Batman and battle it out against an evil sentient flying mammoth, that's got to be worth a download, right? And here we are, your number 1 esport you can play on your phone. And it is, of course, Blizzard's collectible card game, Hearthstone. With 11 expansions released and more on the way, Hearthstone boasts an impressive repertoire of cards. And its polished feel, smooth animations, and colourful aesthetic make it appealing to casual players and card game veterans alike. We've touched on card games already with Yu-Gi-Oh! However, Hearthstone introduced a game with fewer rules, fewer keywords, and was ultimately much more forgiving for new players. With the tagline, deceptively simple, insanely fun, Hearthstone promised a digital card game that you could easily pick up and play, yet promised a lot of depth for those wanting to invest further. And in the esports realm, Hearthstone stands tall as the top dog of all digital card games. The game currently stands as the 7th highest awarding esport game, with $16 million in prize money awarded since its release. It's a game celebrated at large-scale competitive events, and features top spots at many of the biggest esport functions around the world. Yet on a smaller scale, it's the perfect game for you to find a local event with, rock up with your phone, and enjoy some competitive action without ever needing a PC.
Play nice.
And there we have it, our top 10 esports that you can play on your phones. Let us know if there's any you think we missed.